Alright, Shalom. I'm the brother Tasiyat coming back with another video. But before I start off, I would like to give all praises and the highest honor to the Most High Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kakodash. I want to give double honor to my elder apostles and teachers of Great Millstone, and peace and salutation to the sincere Akim across this world, who are spreading this knowledge and truth and sincerity. And Shalom to the few sincere brothers and sisters out there who are also listening. And may the election be upon your households. God Shalom. So, before I start off, I want to say that the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are the true biblical Hebrew Israelites. Okay, the people that live in the land of Israel today are not the real chosen people, not the real Jews. They go back to the tribe of Amalek, the grandson of Esau, Edom. So, what the Most High is going to do, he's going to put the real Israelites back into the land, and then there will be world peace. Okay, now, what do you see happening around you? Of course, a lot is going on right now. Okay, for example, the bombing that's going on between USA and Iran, for example. So what's happening? There's so many things happening that sometimes you be like, okay, what's next? Well, we know that when we read the Bible, it's full of prophecies, and a prophecy is something. Basically, what does a prophet do? He says things before they happen. Pro means before, and Fasai means to say. So these prophecies that are written are written for a certain purpose, that people know what's gonna happen. Okay, and we should be prepared, man. Now, in the title, it says which prophecy comes first, and specifically, I'm talking about World War III and the chip, because right now you see that war is getting more and more. But we know that before this climax really is going to hit of World War III, wherein America is going to be totally destroyed with nuclear fire, okay, and the NATO, the EU is going to launch their missiles towards America also. Before all those things happen, first the chip, the mark of the beast, is going to be made mandatory. What does that mean? That everybody is going to be forced to take this chip. And if you don't take it, you cannot buy or not sell anything. Okay? And if you eventually still not take it, they're going to try to kill you, man. That's what's first going to happen. First, this is going to be made mandatory, and then World War III will pop off with the climax, like I just explained. The Most High set everything in a certain order. Okay? The Most High has set everything in a specific order to play out. Okay, Jacob's trouble is going to come. All right. The stores that you can now buy your food and drink your water are going to be found empty, like the scripture says in the book of Second Ezra. If I'm correct, chapter 6, verse 22. People are gonna be running back towards their own countries. It's gonna be like a chase row, like the book in Isaiah says, because they're gonna see like, hey man, they saying it, they saying it, man. Let's go back to our own country. Okay, you're gonna see famine, which there's already famine in a lot of countries, of course, and hunger, but even more. You're gonna see even more pestilences, which are diseases. You are at dis-ease. Okay, so that's what's gonna happen even more and more frequently as we are getting closer to the end. And then, how do we also know that World War III is gonna happen at last? Because Yahushua is gonna come back during World War III with his salvation, to save the elect, okay, with the chariots of the Most High Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. And what are chariots? Those are so-called UFOs that the Bible speaks about. They are chariots, they are the vehicles of angels. So Yahushua is gonna come back in the midst of that world war to save the elect, man. Because if you think about it, if all these bombs are dropping left and right, how's the elect going to basically be safe in those times? Yahweh Bashem Yashai is gonna bring them up in the chambers, like the scripture says. Gonna be safe in the chariots, watching the destruction from above the firmament. But like I said, every prophecy is gonna happen. It's happening in a certain order of course, but certain things are happening at the same time. You know, like famines and pestilences and earthquakes. You know, these things are kind of happening at different places. You know, in the same amount of time, so to say. But the major prophecies, like the chip and World War III, are the end time prophecies, which would happen before Yahushua returns. Okay, who everybody calls Jesus Christ, man. So let me read those scriptures before I go on. Let me first read this, man. This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 4, verse 37. It says, by measure had he measured the times, and by number had he numbered the times, and he doeth not move nor stir them until the set measure be fulfilled. So basically, he does not move, remove, or change the prophecies that he has written, or you know, what's going to happen first, and then that. The Most High is not gonna change it, man. First, the chip will be made mandatory. Then World War III is going to happen and reach its climax. You know. So Revelation 13 verse 16, it says, "And he caused it all." Who is he talking about? Okay, Esau, Edom, so-called white men, they're elites, because they are ruling this planet Earth right now, whether you like it or not. People like to say China ruling is gonna be the next power, Russia, this, that, and the third. Now it's America, man. You know, it's America, which is Babylon. You know, ain't no China ruling this earth, even though they have like crazy technology and what else, man. Are you speaking Chinese as a global language, or when you go to a foreign country, are you speaking English? You know, so people that say otherwise, they are just lying, man. Or people that say like Arabia is the ones in power and what else. They might be rich, oil and things like that, but they are not the ones that are governing this planet Earth. That's Esau, Edom, man. So-called white race. Okay? Already for hundreds of years, man. But Yahweh Bashim Yeshua is going to put the end to this. So anyway, Revelation 13 and 16. And he caused it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond. So it doesn't matter who you are, okay? If you are small, great, big business, you have a small business, you know, if you are, well, what else, man? Young, old, if you are in jail or if you are free, you know, bond in jail, if you are free, doesn't matter who you are, okay? It says to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. So what is this mark? It's a chip, man, okay? And it's not only going to be literally in your right hand, man, because people say, so, oh, if I take it in my left hand, then it's not the mark. No, dummy, it's going to be somewhere where you can, you know, where people make use of it. Of course, it's going to be in the hand when you're trying to go to the store and you're trying to scan for your groceries. What else, man? You're not going to put a chip. People are not going to put a chip in their kneecap to pay at the grocery store, you know, or in their small toe, you know. People also are going to have brain chips. Okay, they're gonna scan people's foreheads for the brain chip, and then they can go on. You know, they can go on with your business, for example. It says, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. So nobody is gonna be able to buy or sell anything if you don't have this chip. So how are we then gonna be in this society if we don't take the chip? Well, we put our trust in Yahweh Bashim Yashai. Okay, he can do anything to give us food and drinking water or shelter. Okay, he could make you and your family, you know, walk maybe a half a day or something, you know, in the forest, and all of a sudden y'all find a bunker with food, drinking water, everything is there, man, clothing, lights. Who knows, man? Okay, he might tell the birds to come and feed you, you know. So he might just literally let the angel be there and give you food. He might give you a dream when you are sleeping, and in that dream you are eating like the best of the best things you are eating, and when you wake up you are full. The Most High can do anything, man. So we don't have to worry about these things. Okay? You can read it in the book of Isaiah 65 verse 13 that the Most High is going to take care of us, man. So Revelation 11 and 14. The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. So what is a woe? It's a great sorrow, great lamentation, great destruction. So what great destruction has already passed? Okay, World War II. Okay, in Revelation chapter 9, verse 12, you read that the first woe is past, which is World War I. But now World War II is already past, and the third woe is coming quickly, like the scripture says, you know. So let me park the car real quick. So that is going to happen at the end before Yahushua returns. You see? So Yahweh Tassah with that, it was edifying. I want to give all praises and the highest honor to the Most High Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kakadash. I want to give double honor to my elder apostles and teachers of Great Millstone. And peace and salutation to the sincere Akim across this world who are spreading this knowledge in truth and sincerity. God, may the election be upon your households. Shalom.